Starting your own company offers the lure of total financial independence and the chance to build something that actually matters. But standard business advice usually skips a brutal truth. If you try to compete using comfortable best practices against giants who already own the space, you will get crushed. For any founder, your efforts funnel down to three results. You either hit a wall and burn out in red, settle into a flat, stagnant lifestyle business in gray, or thread the needle down this single, narrow green path to market dominance. Elon Musk has a specific blueprint for staying on that green path. It's a set of 5 rules learned building his early companies. Musk treats these rules as a binary operating system. You either accept the extreme personal sacrifice required by the logic, or the math fails. We are going to run your specific startup idea and your current stage of life through this exact framework to see if you actually have the runway to pull it off. Adopting this model means trading away traditional work-life balance and baseline comfort for sheer brute force competitive advantage. The first variable in this system is physical capacity. Musk insists founders need to work super hard. This goes beyond staying late at the office. When he started his first company, he and his brother couldn't afford an apartment. They rented a small office space and slept on the couch. They showered at the YMCA and shared a single computer. The website ran during the day, and he coded at night, 7 days a week. This chart shows what we'll call the velocity equation. It maps the output of 2 competing companies over a 12-month period. A standard competitor puts in a solid 50-hour work week. Over a year, they produce a predictable volume of work. By putting in 100 hours a week, you have weaponized time. You are mathematically forcing a discrepancy that your competitors cannot match. By month 6, you have completely lapped their annual output. A 100-hour week is a severe physical toll, but it's a brute force necessity to double your iteration speed and overtake the competition in 1 year. Physical effort is useless if it's poured into the wrong environment. You have to analyze your market positioning. This matrix compares the 2 distinct environments you can enter: an untapped market versus an entrenched market. In an untapped market, the barrier to entry is low. The consumer standard is forgiving, meaning you can launch a scrappy product and iterate. But on the right, an entrenched market requires a different strategy. Consumers default to trusted brands, meaning your product cannot be slightly better, it must be demonstrably superior. This is why launching a basic minimum viable product usually fails against massive incumbents. The minimum threshold for their customers to even notice you is extremely high. This flowchart illustrates the signal versus noise audit. It shows how a startup affords to build a superior product. Every dollar of capital faces a single question: does this make the product better? Noise includes anything that doesn't improve the actual service. Spending early capital on advertising or a fancy office is a lethal mistake. Signal is the product itself. Every dollar must be redirected into engineering, design, and manufacturing. Look at Tesla. They refused to spend money on traditional advertising. Every cent went toward physical R&D and manufacturing to ensure the car sold itself. Any expense that doesn't make your product demonstrably better than the competition is bleeding your runway dry. Stop those efforts immediately. To execute that level of engineering and physical output, you need a specific caliber of team. A company is just a group of people gathered to create a product. Your primary job is to be a magnet, pulling in highly talented, hard-working individuals and focusing them in a single, cohesive direction. This sliding scale evaluates the final variable, your risk threshold. Are you actually in the right stage of life to attempt this? Early in your career, your obligations are minimal. If the company fails, the damage is localized strictly to you. But as you move into mid-career, your obligations increase. The financial and psychological weight of failure extends beyond you to your family. Taking bold risks becomes significantly harder. The window for bold risk-taking closes quickly. It is mathematically safer to do something massive now before failure carries the weight of a mortgage and your children's future. Musk's model is an ecosystem of extreme inputs. It demands a specific type of founder operating under specific conditions. This is the Musk Viability Scorecard. Let's grade your current strategy. First, you must possess the unencumbered risk profile necessary to fail without causing collateral damage to others. Second, you must be physically willing to maintain a 100-hour work week to lap your competitors. Third and fourth, you must have the magnetism to attract an elite team and the technical focus to build a product that is demonstrably superior to current market leaders. If you meet all four criteria, you are positioned to attack a massive, established market and dominate it. But if you are at a stage where you require comfort and stability, or if failure would hurt your family, this path will break you. If you don't fit these criteria, do not play Musk's game. Pivot your strategy to target a completely untapped niche, or wait until your life's risk profile aligns with your ambition.